about to have about 5-second boards already out.
It certainly is. So wait for the red light to go on. There it goes. Light goes out. And the race gets underway. And it's a slow start from Ryan Garrett, I think, there in the red car. Daniel Garrett's made a decent start, even despite the distraction of that conversation just before the race got underway. Jack Linus, I think it is, that's come through to second position. Lewis Ward possibly into third spot as the cars make their way through Riches for the first time. Just over 10 minutes there will be of racing action here then. So it's only Jack Linus second. Lewis Ward going this way and that, try and keep Ryan Garrett behind him. Jeff Peake, meanwhile, trying to go around the outside of both of them into Wilson for the first time. Out of the hairpin they go and down towards Palmer. Paul Clark, you can see he's made up a few places from the back of the grid in the bright green and yellow car in the middle of the field. So he's made some forward progress, as has Sean Brame as well. But the leaders through Palmer with the rain spots on our commentary box window once again. So challenging conditions again for the drivers here. Top two pulling away. Looking like Ryan Garrett might have got ahead of Lewis Ward on the run down to Agostini that time. And there's Paul Clark going through shot. You can see him continuing to make up ground. Trevor Forge it is in the number 34 car that we're having an eye on there. One of the guys towards the back, just ahead of the number 84 car of Will Jennings. But here are the leaders now. And look, Ryan Garrett's got himself back on terms with the top two. He's making a move on Jack Linus into Oggy is there. And he's right back on terms with the top two.
He certainly is. So that's a remarkable recovery from Ryan Garrett. Although it goes wide through Williams, that could open up the door for Lewis Ward to try and come back through. Now we're going to see that slipstreaming in action with Jack Linus closing in on the race leader, Daniel Garrett. Ryan's already pulled out of the toe to the outside, possibly making a challenge for second place. It is Daniel who leads. It's Ryan around the outside. That will give him the line into Nelson as well, the right-hander. Linus running a little bit wider, just beyond the curbing, as did Lewis Ward. Now the circuit goes to Ryan Garrett again through the bomb hole. And again, it's Linus having to take a little bit of the curbing on the left-hand side, which will be storing a little bit more of the water. But it is Ryan Garrett through into second place. Ward trying to come up on the inside at Coram as well for third position. Now that won't be an easy manoeuvre to make around the outside of Murray's. He didn't have to in the end because he was already through. And are we about to go three wide down the centre straight? Possibly. Ryan Garrett has already pulled out to the outside, and I'm sure that Lewis Ward is going to... No, Lewis Ward's already cleared him as well. So Lewis Ward is about to take the lead of the race here potentially with Daniel Garrett down into third position. No, it's Ryan Garrett who manages to have the advantage into Ritchie's, then Lewis Ward, then Daniel Garrett, then Jack Linus, Jeff Peake.
Yeah, and Daniel Russell just behind. So they break now for the Wilson hairpin. Screeching of the Yokohama tyres as they go around the right-hander. Really good, intense race. This Ryan Garrett made such a bad start to the race. He'll be so chuffed to have come out of the first lap in the lead of it. It's great turnaround in fortunes for him.
Fully tactical. Fully tactical from Ryan Garrett, yeah. Keep saying you don't want to be leading.
He took it literally, very literally. Into Agostini, a late lunge up the inside for Lewis Ward. Gets him the lead, but there's contact on the rear of his car from the front of Ryan Garrett. They're absolutely side by side as they come out of the corner now. And who's going to have the advantage going into Hamilton's? It is Ryan Garrett that gets back through. It was quite a late manoeuvre there from Lewis Ward, though, wasn't it?
Late, but brilliant. And he's got the line into Oggy's, into the right-hander. And if he holds that, he'll have it into Williams as well. And Ryan Garrett standing his ground on the outside and ends up getting a shove off the racetrack. Takes a little bit of grass. That allows Daniel Garrett to go through, take second, and then pounce on Lewis Ward as well, who's on the grey part. Oh, contact! And the championship leader gets spun round onto the Bentley straight.
He's on the grass, he's crabbing around, he's trying to get back onto the circuit, but it's the damage to the car. He's outside the top 10 now. Lewis Ward has also rejoined as well, but it's Jack Linus that emerges in the lead of the race now from Jeff Peake in second. It's Daniel Russell in third. Unusual to see contact like that on the Bentley straight. Whoa. And now Jack Linus makes a mistake. He's just got right into the dust and dirt on the exit of Nelson. Through the bomb hole he goes. So it's Linus number 13 leading from Peake number 29 in second place. We need to pick up exactly where Daniel Garrett comes through, and Lewis Ward as well at the end of this lap. say, top 6, we think, enough for Daniel Garrett to wrap up the championship today, provisionally. But it's Jack Linus with the advantages at the moment. They come out of Murray's and onto the centre straight once again. 5.5 minutes of the race left to go. And it's absolutely nose to tail, or nose to nose, really. And it's Jeff Peak with his nose just in front by 46 thousandths of a second of Jack Linus in second place. He's going to have the lead going into Riches. Then it's Daniel Russell third. And who's fourth? I think it's Tortola that's up to fourth place. Where's he come from? He's emerged in fourth place. Now, Daniel Garrett, 12th at the end of that lap. And Lewis Ward was 10th, but both of them sort of in this lead group, Chris.
Ryan Garrett had another drama, I think, on that lap as well, because he's down to, well, as near as makes no difference, last place. Yeah. So problems for both the brothers there on the day where Daniel Garrett could have wrapped up the championship, and he is down in 12th position. That's astonishing. And Sean Brames all the way down there as well. But this is a great lead fight here. Jeff Peak, who was on the podium for the first time. Oh no, he wasn't. Sorry, he lost out on the podium this morning, didn't he?
Yeah.
So very nearly took his first podium since the opening race of the season. That wasn't Daniel Garrett again getting out on the outside there. It's tough to tell from the rear shot.
It might have been, you know.
Well, it was the familiar black and red colours of that number 19 car potentially out there, but we'll keep our eyes on the front because this is just a brilliant fight here. Jeff Peak, Jack Linus, Daniel Russell, and then Tortola rides in this fight as well. Bradley Hornsnell, Ian Hardy, Luke Stokes, and Jake Sturt, all very close together. So Jack Linus now takes to the front. A podium finisher this year, but yet to take his first victory. This is a great opportunity for him to do so, as Daniel Russell tries to take advantage into Brundle, but Jeff Peak manages to carry that speed around the outside and cling on to second place for now.
Yeah, Sean Brame up to 13th from the back of the grid. He set the fastest lap on the first flying lap of the race at 2:25.957. So he's hoping to get up towards the top 10 before this race is done. But of course, there's not very much of this race to go because it's only just over 10 minutes of actual racing time that we've had. But it's still Jack Linus leading the way here. Jeff Peak in second in the number 29 car. Third is number 57, Daniel Russell, as they come onto the centre straight once again. Are we going to get a change in lead as we go along the straight? Yes, we are, because Jeff Peak pokes his nose in front. So it's Peak now leading from Jack Linus in second place, and then Daniel Russell still in third. Tortola fourth, Luke Stokes up to fifth, Brad Horsnell sixth. Daniel Garrett up one place that lap to 11th, and he's now done the best lap of the race at 2:23.021. So don't write him off.
Certainly shouldn't, as Daniel Russell gets squeezed out of the Wilson hairpin. Tortola very nearly made that move stick, and Luke Stokes trying to take advantage. He's got the inside line for Palmer, so that could be a change for fourth position, with Tortola trying to go around the outside. He hasn't quite lost that position just yet, and actually when they get onto the straight, he's able to power ahead of Luke Stokes, and so Tola just stays ahead for now in that fourth position. But we saw there the manoeuvre that he tried to make on Daniel Russell very nearly cost him a place. That surely cannot be Daniel Garrett again.
Well, there's two similar liveried cars there.
There are.
I couldn't say for certain which one of them it was, but anyway, give him the benefit of the doubt until we prove otherwise.
Daniel's right behind Lewis Ward. So
yeah, and then the other similar liveried car is Alan Harmon there.
Yes, okay, so that was Harmon who went off on that one. I think the previous time we looked at it as well. So apologies to Daniel Garrett for
staining his character like that.
A little bit, yeah. So back down the Bentley straight, Jeff Peak hits the front. Daniel Russell, is this about to be the manoeuvre for the lead? Yes, it is. Takes 2 in 1 going into Brundle. Jeff Peak gets squeezed out a little bit, nose to tail as they come through Nelson, and Jack Linus thought about a run on Jeff Peak going through the bomb hole, but settles in behind once again, and we will soon be starting the final lap of the race and pick a name out of a hat of any of these guys, really, side by side, as Linus tries to come back on the inside on Jeff Peak through Coram, and did he manage to make that move stick? I believe he did. So yes, Jack Lyon is back up into second position. It's Daniel Russell who leads as we have the final lap of the race about to be started.
I don't think he's had a result of better than 5th place before, Daniel Russell, so if he can hold on to this, which he can't, because Jack Linus has gone back through, not necessarily a bad thing. Is Jeff Peake going to get through as well? Not just yet, and you've also got Luke Stokes trying to get by into this as well. He's up to 3rd place now, around the outside of Peake, so it's Jack Linus, number 13, that leads. Daniel Russell, 57, is 2nd. Who's 3rd? Is Luke Stokes in the number 66 car. Then it's Jeff Peake, and a moment for Luke Stokes. He's all crossed up, so too is Daniel Russell, and look who's in there as well. Daniel Garrett is in this pack as well now. He was 8th over the line. He's a bit further up than that now. He might be about 6th, I think.
Yeah, he's well in this fight side by side for 3rd with Stokes on the inside going through Palmer, and it was Jeff Peake who was running just a little bit wide, and to Tortalla as well, who's about to make it 3 wide on the way into Agostini. Jack Linus continues to lead though as they round the hairpin ahead of Daniel Russell, and if these guys keep fighting it could just be between those two. There was a bit of argy-bargy on the exit of Agostini, but it is still just Luke Stokes. Oh, a spin again, and the one into the barrier. Jeff Peake is one of them and Daniel Garrett is the other. So the recovery drive was well underway and he is furious inside that car.
Absolutely, there's 3 cars altogether involved there. The other one might be Bradley Horsnell as well in the number 55 car, but it's Jack Linus that's leading here. He's not had a race win before, neither has Daniel Russell, and I think, is it Luke Stokes now that's in 3rd place? None of them have won before. Not really, any of them have had... Oh, Jack Linus has had a podium, hasn't he? But none of them have had a victory before. Down the Bentley Straight they come then for the 5th and final time in this race. No moves made there into Brundle or Nelson. Russell not quite close enough there, but if you can stick with Jack Linus, he could get a good run through Murray's. Bit wide there for number 13, Jack Linus, the leader of the race, the man from Chelmsford in Essex. He is hoping here to be able to cling on to his first win in the Locost Championship. Round come they go. These 3 clear of the rest now. With Lewis Ward, I think, in the next group in 4th position. Up towards Murray as they come for the final time. These 3 cars, it's Jack Linus, Daniel Russell. I don't think Russell's close enough to do it, is he? Up towards the line they come, and the checkered flag goes out to Jack Linus, number 13, who takes the checker flag. He punches the air. He's very pleased with that. Daniel Russell 2nd and Luke Stokes 3rd. Best results for all 3 of them, I think. Lewis Ward, number 4, takes 4th place. Number 90, Tortilla, takes 5th. Sean Brame, great drive from him from the back of the grid to 6th position. He's salvaged something from this weekend. Alan Harmon 7th. Ian Hardy 8th. Liam 9th. And Jake Sturt takes 10th. Sum that up, Chris.
Be here all day. That was an astonishing race. 9/10 of a second covering the top 3 still in the end there. What drama we've just seen. A great races for Jack Linus, Dan Russell and Luke Stokes, all picking up their best results in the championship. But major dramas for Daniel and Ryan Garrett. There is a little bit of reprieve in the fact that, you know, it wasn't Sean Brame and Lewis Ward 1 and 2 in that one. Sean putting in a storming drive. You look like you've got some championship points.
I reckon, even with a DNF there, that Daniel Garrett might still have wrapped up the championship.
How?
But of course he gets points back from a race that he was previously dropping.
Of course, yes.
So yeah, unofficially, I reckon Daniel Garrett has probably done enough now to wrap up the championship in spite of the DNF there. The win in the race, Snetterton, though, let's take nothing away from number 13, Jack Linus. 57, Daniel Russell takes 2nd place. 66, Luke Stokes is 3rd. Lewis Ward takes 4th position in the number 4 car. 5th to number 90, Tortilla. 6th to number 8, Sean Brame. 7th was 52, Alan Harmon. 8th, number 50, Ian Hardy. 9th, number 5, Liam. And rounding up the top 10 was number 54, Jake Sturt, ahead of Paul Clark, also from the back of the grid. Glenn Griffiths, Mark Rue and David Berry. A bit further back, in 15th position, we had Eddie Falkingham, the ex-Clio and F1000 racer. Barry Stewart, Daniel Grist, Will Jennings, Kev Straw and Steve Brown rounded up the top 20. And Trevor Faunch, Keith Malpas were the only other finishers we lost. Yeah, it was Jeff Peake, Brad Horsnell and Daniel Garrett at Hamilton, wasn't it, that they came to grief. Ryan Garrett disappeared a little bit earlier on, and Murray Shepherd, I don't think, made the start of that race. But yeah, that was certainly dramatic, wasn't it?
Isn't it just?
Great race. Is it inevitably going to mean a bit of a delay before the next race gets underway again, because there's quite a bit of clearing up to be done after that one. But let's head down to Kirrinmog to hear from some delighted drivers on the podium.
Thank you very much. It's very windy and it's bitting quite a bit down here, but we've got a completely new top 3. So let's have a quick chat with our race winner, Jack. That was something.
Yeah, that was chaotic, but yeah, I got lucky. I haven't processed what actually happened in that race now. Yeah, a lot happened in front, and then I just ended up right at the front. I thought I'd just go for it. So,
I mean, to be honest, when you watch the race back, you'll still be confused as to what was actually happening. It was that chaotic. But how's it been with these conditions and this wind and this rain and everything?
yeah, it's very different to earlier, very different. And then it suddenly started getting slick in a lot of places, and whatever happened in the last race, it's very slick down the middle infield. But yeah, that was brilliant. so hard work, but yeah.
Nice way to end the weekend.
Definitely. Better than I expected, for sure.
Absolutely. Well, is this your first win as well?
This is, yeah.
Congratulations. Amazing way to end the weekend for you.
And it is. Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you. Right, speak with Daniel Russell. Daniel, P2.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that. Been going all right this weekend.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot going on in that race. Were you able to process it at all?
I saw it kicking off. I backed off a little bit and then just took the positions. Yeah, it was a good race.
And how did you find the conditions out there?
Oh, at the beginning it was pretty dry. It was all right. You had to avoid the dirt at the end of that where they had the off last time. But yeah, towards the end it was getting slippy, but we had a bit of a gap, so we just sort of backed it off and brought it home. Yeah, it's good.
Nice way to end the weekend for you.
Sorry?
Nice way to end the weekend for you.
Yeah, it's been progressively forward, so perfect. Yeah.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cheers, thanks. Right, let's have a chat with Luke Stokes. Luke, if I can just jump in here a second for you. That was something.
Yeah, I never sort of had any dream this year to be on the podium, whereas last season, earlier this season, as you're probably well aware, I was in the late high teens, early 20s. I admit that was a bit of a gift, as you saw when it went on the track, but yeah, great racing all round, clean, amazing. Yeah, couldn't ask for a better finish the weekend because I got no wet tyres left, and it was raining a half hour ago, so I thought that's the end of my weekend, but best result ever, so yeah, couldn't be happier, thank you.
So we're saying obviously this is a completely new top 3, and when you guys pulled into the parc fermé here, you were all punching the air and shouting at each other.
Yeah, actually you can't believe how much it means, because I had a really poor season last year. It was my first season, not a great start to this season, spent a bit of money, it goes on the car and a bit of time and effort, and it's paying dividends now, so yeah, couldn't be happier.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I'm going to go because it started absolutely chucking it down. Yeah. Congratulations to end the weekend like that.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you. Right, yeah, it's raining properly now, so Club Enduro's coming up now. It's raining quite a lot. This could be interesting.